Do you think financial bubbles are a modern problem? They're not. The very first one we can trace goes all the way back to the 1600s. And it wasn't about stocks or real estate, it was about a flower. A flower so beautiful, it nearly bankrupted a nation. This is the story of Tulip Mania, the first great economic bubble in history. The setting was the Dutch Republic during its golden age. Amsterdam had become the trading hub of the world. Ships brought in spices, silks, and silver, making the Dutch among the wealthiest people in Europe. Prosperity filled the cities, fueling art, science, and exploration. Amid this wealth, tulips, newly imported from the Ottoman Empire, captured the imagination of the Dutch elite. Their bold colors and unique patterns made them a symbol of status and refinement. But soon, tulips went from being luxury flowers to objects of pure speculation. By the 1630s, tulips were traded not just in gardens but in contracts. Buyers agreed to purchase bulbs for delivery months later, creating one of the earliest forms of futures markets. But something strange happened. People stopped caring about the flowers themselves. What mattered was the contract, the promise of profit. These pieces of paper could be bought and sold many times before a bulb ever left the ground. Ordinary citizens joined in. Bakers, farmers, and carpenters all dreamed of riches through tulip trading. In taverns across the Netherlands, deals were struck over drinks. Tulip contracts became the new currency of ambition. Prices soared. A skilled craftsman might earn 300 guilders in a year, but at the height of the mania, some tulip bulbs sold for 3,000 guilders, 10 times his annual income. The rarest tulips, like the Semper Augustus, became legendary. Its white petals streaked with crimson flames made it the crown jewel of collections. A single bulb was said to be worth more than an Amsterdam townhouse. The Dutch even had a word for it: windhandel, or the wind trade. People weren't really buying flowers anymore. They were trading air, promises on paper, fueled by nothing but belief. But like every bubble, the frenzy couldn't last. In February 1637, at an auction in Haarlem, buyers failed to appear. Confidence cracked. If tulips couldn't be sold today, maybe they couldn't be sold tomorrow. Panic spread. Within days, tulip prices collapsed. Bulbs once worth fortunes couldn't fetch even a fraction of their former price. Some became nearly worthless, selling for the cost of an onion. Families who had bet everything were ruined. Contracts were torn up. Lawsuits filled the courts. The dream of instant wealth had turned into a nightmare. Tulip mania became the first great economic bubble, but it was hardly the last. The South Sea bubble of the 1700s, the railway manias of the 1800s, the roaring stock markets of the 1920s, the dot-com boom of the 1990s, and more recently the cryptocurrency craze, all follow the same cycle. Hope turns to speculation, speculation turns to mania, and mania ends in collapse. Tulip mania reminds us that markets are not only about numbers, they're about people. Hope, greed, and fear can drive values to impossible heights. And when reality returns, the fall is always swift. So the next time you see a tulip blooming in spring, remember, this delicate flower once created history's first economic bubble, and its lesson is as relevant today as it was nearly 400 years ago. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating stories from history. New videos every week.